Hi everyone! Welcome to this awesome guide on growing Portuguese spices right in your backyard. That's right, you won't need to buy those little packets from the grocery store anymore. Today, we're going to learn all about Portuguese cooking, showing you how to grow 20 essential spices. From the spicy piri-piri to the warm cinnamon, we're covering everything. So, put on your gardening gloves, grab your shovels, and get ready to turn your garden into a culinary paradise. Let's get started. First up, we have the legendary piri-piri. This spicy little chili is super important in Portuguese cooking. It adds a delicious kick to everything from chicken to seafood. Now, piri-piri needs lots of sunshine and soil that drains well. Don't overwater these little guys. Keep the soil moist, not soaking wet. Be careful when you handle these peppers. They're as spicy as can be. You don't want to rub your eyes after touching these. Next, it's the mighty bay leaf. This fragrant herb is a must-have for any cook. It adds a lot of flavor to soups, stews, and sauces. Bay leaf plants grow great in pots, making them perfect for even the smallest gardens. They like a sunny spot, but can handle some shade. Remember, we're using fresh bay leaves, not those dried up ones from your pantry. Fresh bay leaves have a much better flavor. Now let's talk about paprika. This vibrant spice comes from ground peppers and adds a beautiful red color and a unique flavor to your dishes. You'll need to start your paprika peppers indoors before planting them outside after the last frost. Remember, different kinds of paprika have different levels of heat and sweetness. Try different ones and find your favorite. Listen, you can't have a real Portuguese kitchen without garlic. It's super important in so many dishes, adding a strong and savory flavor that you can't replicate. Plant your garlic cloves in the fall before the ground freezes. Trust me, a little work now will give you lots of garlic next summer. And don't overwater. Soggy garlic is no good. Cinnamon, you wonderful spice. It's not just for sweet treats. It adds a warm, earthy flavor to savory dishes too. Now, growing cinnamon takes some patience. You'll need to grow a cinnamon tree, which likes warm, humid weather. But trust me, it's worth the wait. Fresh cinnamon has a much stronger flavor than store-bought cinnamon. Let's talk about cloves, those tiny buds with a powerful flavor. They add warmth and depth to both sweet and savory dishes. Growing cloves needs a tropical climate. But don't worry, if you don't live in a tropical place, you can still enjoy fresh cloves. Just try grow lights in a greenhouse and grind them yourself. The smell will amaze you. Parsley, you beautiful, bright herb. Don't underestimate this helpful herb. It's not just for decoration. Parsley adds a fresh flavor to lots of dishes. It's easy to grow too. Just sprinkle some seeds in a pot or in your garden, water them, and watch them grow. Remember, fresh is always better. Forget the dried stuff and enjoy the real taste of parsley. Oregano, you wonderful strong herb. This is a staple in my kitchen, and it should be in yours too. It adds a strong earthy flavor to everything from pizza to pasta sauces. Oregano is easy to grow and likes well-drained soil and lots of sunshine. Give it what it needs, and it will give you tons of flavor. Use fresh oregano. The difference is amazing. Thyme, you delicate but powerful herb. This little wonder adds a subtle earthiness and a hint of mint to your dishes. It's especially good in marinades. Thyme is another easy-to-grow herb that likes well-drained soil and lots of sunshine. Trim it now and then to make it grow bushier. Once you taste fresh thyme, you'll never go back. Black pepper, you fiery little spice. Don't let its size fool you. This spice is strong. It's popular in kitchens all over the world for a reason. Now, growing black pepper is a bit tricky. You'll need a warm, humid climate and a lot of patience. But if you're up for the challenge, it's worth it. Freshly ground black pepper has a much stronger flavor and aroma than the stuff from the supermarket. Saffron, you precious, delicate spice. This spice is super expensive, but a little goes a long way. Saffron comes from the crocus flower, and picking it is hard work. But the unique flavor and bright color it adds to dishes like paella and risotto make it worth the cost. Treat saffron with care, okay? Store it in a cool, dark place to keep its flavor. Cilantro, you bright citrusy spice. Both the seeds and the leaves are used in cooking, adding a fresh, zesty flavor to lots of dishes. Cilantro is easy to grow. Just plant the seeds directly in the ground after the last frost. Keep the soil moist, and you'll have lots of this versatile spice. Experiment. Cilantro is great in everything from curries to salsas. Nutmeg, you warm, comforting spice. This spice adds a lot of flavor to both sweet and savory dishes. It's especially good in creamy sauces and desserts. Nutmeg comes from the seed of the nutmeg tree, which likes tropical climates. If you have a nutmeg tree, take good care of it. Freshly grated nutmeg has a much stronger flavor than pre-ground nutmeg. Rosemary, you strong aromatic herb. This herb is one of my favorites, especially for grilling. It adds a delicious flavor to meats, vegetables, and even bread. Rosemary is a tough herb that can handle almost anything. It likes well-drained soil and lots of sunshine. Remember, a little rosemary goes a long way. Don't use too much. Mint, you refreshing herb. This herb is great for summer cocktails, salads, and even savory dishes. It adds a cool, clean flavor. Mint is super easy to grow. In fact, it can grow too much. It's best to grow mint in containers so it doesn't take over your garden. Fresh mint is always best. Anise, you licorice-flavored spice. This spice is often used in baking, adding a unique flavor to cookies, cakes, and bread. It's also good in savory dishes, especially with pork and duck. Anise is relatively easy to grow. Just plant the seeds directly in the ground after the last frost. Keep the soil moist and thin the seedlings once they sprout. A little anise goes a long way. Fennel, you versatile vegetable. Both the bulb and the leaves are edible, each with its own flavor. The bulb has a mild licorice flavor, while the leaves have a more delicate anise flavor. Fennel likes cool weather, well-drained soil, and lots of sunshine. Plant the seeds after the last frost and thin the seedlings once they sprout. Fennel is great raw in salads, roasted, or grilled with seafood. Basil, you fragrant, versatile herb. This herb is important in Italian cooking, but it's also great in other cuisines. It adds a sweet, slightly peppery flavor to sauces, salads, and even desserts. Basil likes warm weather, well-drained soil, and lots of sunshine. Plant the seeds after the last frost or start them inside a few weeks earlier. Basil is best used fresh. Add it to your dishes at the very end to keep its flavor. Cumin, you warm, earthy spice. This spice is important in Mexican, Indian, and Middle Eastern cooking. It adds a smoky flavor to chili, tacos, curries, and more. Cumin comes from the dried seeds of the cumin plant, which likes warm, dry climates. Plant the seeds after the last frost in well-drained soil. Toasting cumin seeds before grinding them makes their flavor stronger. Turmeric, you bright, earthy spice. This spice is full of flavor and good for you. Turmeric comes from the root of the turmeric plant, which likes warm, humid climates. You can try growing turmeric indoors. Turmeric stains easily, so wear gloves when handling it. There you have it, chefs. Now you know how to turn your garden into a place full of Portuguese flavors. Cooking with fresh, homegrown spices is fun and makes your food taste even better. Your taste buds will be happy. Now go outside, get your hands dirty, and make some amazing Portuguese dishes. Stay healthy, my friends.